What are you looking up?
Going in progress here.
Oh.
Let's
That's
see.
great.
So
We've got it.
What?
It's in report.
Got
Recording progress.
Everybody got it?
Oh, we got it. I
Go
heard
back.
it. That's kind of cool that everybody can hear that.
Go to little boy's room.
You mute that.
If you want to make PP
Better?
before you
Better.
go live, go
Shut
right
the
ahead.
speakers off. Yeah.
If anybody got to make PP before the show starts, showtime.
I can't hear shit.
Take the
Well,
shit out.
that's good. Well, that's good. That wouldn't be a fun thing to hear live.
What? Make PP?
Hey,
I figured
at least
it's
I got
not
my
like a little
Christmas
challenge.
spirit going on.
What, you drinking?
Oh, of course. It's Monday.
Yeah, that's when you guys start drinking, all Monday and Tuesday and every day.
Well, we actually start Sunday,
Oh, okay.
but that's just me. But that's just me. But I also made a couple pounds of jerky today, and I split some wood, and I did some other stuff and worked for like a whole 3 hours. But yeah.
So you
Hey,
don't
John,
really necessarily have
Laura
Mondays off,
doing?
right?
What are you and Laura doing on Saturday?
Oh boy, we have my sister will be here.
Christmas.
Oh yeah, we're doing Christmas. One of our Christmases. We have like
Christmas
9 of them.
One, we've got 4.
Okay, out of our 4 Christmases, that's actually going to be our first one.
Well, I was asking.
So what's going on? Got a big gig going on?
Sean doesn't drink, so I was going to invite you guys for Tom and Jerry's.
Bluetooth
Well,
mode.
I'll be working too, so I can't take off every Saturday.
Well, yeah, but
Sucks.
you don't drink anyways, so.
No, but I drink pop with you and everything. I mean, I can hang with you. I just don't drink alcohol, so. I'm not against having a party or anything like that, because I can party. I just don't drink.
Can everybody
That doesn't
hear
make
me?
a fool or
You just
make me a
remember
fool.
your partying.
John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I touched something. I don't know.
Oh, well, I couldn't see it anyway. I was getting the live ready.
It says recording something. I want to get that off, and I don't want to. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
We
we're
got
just
you.
Getting everything all warmed up here, so just hold.
Hey, there ain't no sound effects here. Is there like any?
What?
Better get them. You better get them chicken ass legs warmed up.
Are you talking? You're talking about my legs, right there.
Yes.
Don't
You
worry,
can't
I'm
see
wearing.
what else is.
I'm wearing shorts.
Got
Everybody,
2
so
pieces
don't
of
worry.
strings hanging off your counter.
Wow. Should I just
Hey,
dip different barbecue sauce and lick them right on the camera, or what? Jeez.
Is there any
Does that make
feedback?
sense?
Do you have feedback on this?
Looks like maybe your underwear are green or something, because it's that whole green screen in the background. You
Yeah,
got
it's
like little
black.
snowflakes falling between your legs.
It's black.
Did anyone hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can hear you, but your audio is bad.
You're real bad.
Your audio is really horrible.
You're getting every other word.
Oh, hold on a
Not
second.
like a referee on Sunday calling a penalty. I got
Power off.
How about now?
Oh, way
Sound good.
better. Way better.
See, you can't
Way
use it.
better. So
The
you're trying
speaker
to
on
use
here?
yeah.
Who you
Yeah,
talking
whatever
about?
you're doing.
Hi, Marlene. I love you.
All right, here's the link, everybody, so you can share it around.
She said she loves you too. You want to see her?
on your
Yeah,
page.
hell yeah. She's gorgeous. Why wouldn't I?
Uh,
Ah, baby doll.
Hi.
That's my
all
sister.
right.
Oh, my sister. That's my
Oh.
sister. I don't know what the hell she's doing with that fat ugly thing.
That's your sister-in-law, you fat ass.
Sister-in-law, yes, that's right.
No, I know, I'm
Don't
not
get too incest now.
Beautiful.
Where'd John
I'll call
Roberts
you when
go?
I'm done.
Did he get? Well, I guess he'll come back.
What happened to Johnny?
He probably just had a bad connection. He'll come back.
There's Johnny.
All right, so we're just gonna get everything started, and since it's 6 o'clock, and hopefully everybody is ready to go here. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Frankie Slauson here, and we are live here for another great edition of Renegade Radio, episode number 16, the season 1 finale. Can you believe it, everybody? Season 1 finale? I can't believe it.
Season 1.
Man, what a jeez, yeah. Clap for that, man. I tell you.
Oh, you're brushing your hands off. I thought you were clapping.
Oh, he's clapping. He knows what's happening. Or he's crapping, one of the two. or
I
he
thought
will
you
be
were trying to
later.
get your wheelchair to roll later.
I don't know. I'm just very happy that we made it 16 episodes and you know, yeah, I decided, that since you guys said that you're gonna be busy during the holiday season and all that, we'll just take a break. But John and I will probably still do some stuff here, cause I have some ideas, that I wanna pass around with,
That's
Scream and Sam later on,
Think about it.
off camera, but, anyway, we'll talk about that later, but welcome to Renegade Radio. I'm your host with the most, Frankie Slauson, along with Mad Dog, Mama T, Screamin' Sam, and the legendary John Roberts. How's everybody doing tonight?
You know what I did? I pushed X like I did exactly a week ago, right when we were
Uh-huh.
starting the show. And remember, I disappeared. So then
Uh-huh.
I have to holler for my wife. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And oh boy, sorry.
Wow, either you're making a statement trying to tell me something, or you're just don't know how to run the computer.
I'm
We'll just go with
computer
that.
illiterate. I'm computer illiterate.
That's okay. That's okay. Hey, you'll have some time now between the break to get it figured out. Maybe who knows? I'm actually trying to decide.
It'll never happen.
I'm trying to decide on some different software to use. Maybe around that time when we come back for on January 8th, because I've been kind of looking around at some other podcasts, and some people have these fancy backgrounds and everything. When they're interviewing somebody, or when they have a meeting or a podcast like this, when it's through Zoom and all that. And there's many different sites that I'm going to try over the holiday weekend. And I'm going to try to get something good so it's not too complicated for everybody, and where nothing that nobody has to pay for or anything. I'll take care of all that stuff if I need to.
Hey,
So
talk
just so you know.
to my business partner, Paul, the producer. He's the one that is basically the mastermind of all of our stuff. I wish you guys could come in and see our studio, but talk to him. He might be able to steer you in the right direction too, Sean. I don't know, but he might.
Well, you have to give me his information or whatever, because I don't know Paul. I don't know Paul like you do. But
Yeah,
that was
I'll talk to him tomorrow and I'll get a hold of you, man.
Yeah, I'll do that, because that would be, anything that we could work together or whatever, because, I did have this idea that I passed around with Mama T that I haven't said to the other guys yet, about maybe once, the weather gets a little bit better and everything, when springtime comes, maybe a couple times a month or whatever, if you're down with this, John, Roberts, that we could probably come down to your studio and actually do a show with the three of us anyway, and then Anthony and John, Screamin' Sam, and actually do a professional show more at your place, or your studio at least, if you're down open with that. But I mean, it's just an idea.
We might have to have. Yeah, one of my producers might have to sit in with us, because I won't be able to put us on the air. I'm too stupid.
Johnny, I'm going to come with you when they do that, and I'm going to sit on your lap, and you can tell me dirty stories.
Wow. Somebody's already been drinking the eggnog already, I tell you. It was probably fat-free eggnog anyway.
Magical pipe today.
Yeah. Well, anyway, tonight, our special guest, our last guest of 2023, Barrett Clark Webb. Man, I tell you, I mean, I feel like most of you guys are more excited about this one than any other guests that we've had on, other than Bill Kinnison. Which I feel there's like a connection a little bit, but it should be interesting. Mama T, you said you've been having conversations with Barrett prior to the interview.
Oh yeah. Well, I did my little producer thing last week, and tried to make sure that we covered what we know, what we're supposed to ask her, and what we probably shouldn't ask her. Some people are uncomfortable talking about certain things, and wanted to make sure we covered that. And then today,
all I
we're
want to
just
know is
joking
why
around.
can't.
What's that?
What? She said two things not to talk about: her daughter and politics. Is that correct?
Yep. Her daughter she just doesn't want to be in the limelight, and then
Dude, she gets up and say, "Hey, how pretty is your daughter? She like Trump."
yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah,
No,
let's not
I
do
wouldn't
that.
Jag Ron. I wouldn't Jag Ron. She's
Okay.
probably listening.
I'm sorry. Apologize.
Yeah, we don't want to do
Hey,
anything
it's
that's gonna
common.
piss
She's
anybody
a
off.
comedian. She should be able to take a joke.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
understand it, and our show's not about politics anyway, so it's like, you know,
Right.
and we like to be personal with everybody, but hey, I'm gonna follow whatever rules she has, and you know what? Make this interview the best possible, because this is our seasonal finale, you know, we wanna go out with a bang, no
Yeah.
pun intended.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I just want to make sure we're kind of all on the same page, or at least we know what page we're all on. You know,
Yeah,
if we're gonna co-host this thing together, it's kind of nice to know a little bit. I mean, I know a lot enough about you, Sean, and you, Mama T, and you know, but or just even by talking to you face to face, but just kind of nice to get to know each other a little more. So, you know, when you ask these questions like I just asked you, I just kind of want, you know what I mean?
yeah, no, I understand.
Absolutely, that's smart. Yep.
I wouldn't have really thought about asking her ahead of time anyway. I just you know, because normally when we do interviews with people, we just run with whatever and we have fun and we just, you know,
Well, that's
we
what I
don't-
thought. We
we
never
don't-
talk about politics that much anyway.
yeah,
Or people's
Right,
families.
Right.
yeah.
But then again, I got thrust into the political world with what I do now, and I've never done that. But my problem is I don't want to offend anybody
Exactly.
just by something stupid I might say, because I mean I am kind of involved with it, but I don't. Then again, I like to joke about it too, but I out of pure you know, I just don't want to offend anybody. I have more respect than that. So, you're right. I don't want to make it about politics either, but sometimes shit does slip out of my mouth and I don't want to offend anybody.
No,
Well,
you're
it's
only
not-
human, you know.
It's not just it's not because she's got like real strong views either way. She just doesn't like to talk about it because she doesn't know enough about it to
Mhm.
sound intelligent, you know?
Hey, that's all. of us.
Like,
Exactly.
same with me, you know?
It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. What she wants is what we want to give her.
That's right.
Right,
Like
right.
we always do with every
Yep.
guest. You know, because
Well,
you
I
know,
think she would take more from me than she would from you.
we
Hey,
been-
Dennis McNulty said, "Hey, hi, Sean. Have a fantastic Christmas."
Hi Dennis. I know who that is. He's a good guy.
How about
John
this?
Lenhart said, "Merry Christmas, everyone."
Yeah, I know him too.
Is that a good background? If I can get my face straight?
Well, if you
I-
can figure out
on
how to
what?
adjust everything.
Lights?
Well, that's
You saw a filter, well, that face isn't gonna be straight, honey.
yeah.
How do we get that moved on some?
That's the thing about it. It won't allow you to, unless you know how to figure that out. Because I tried. You have to have the right formatted photo in order for it to work. So it has to be the right length and width and everything. You know, you remember.
You guys all
geometry
have
and
such
everything.
good backgrounds.
Oh,
I'm in
thanks,
my
you know.
wife's office in our house, so
I've
you
never been
can't.
to I've never been to prison ever, so thanks. Just kidding.
I know
It's
how
a
to
good
do.
background.
Can't
Ha,
count.
Anyway,
ha, ha, ha.
anyway, so on Saturday, May 11th. Now, you guys have probably been following what's been going on here in Thief River Falls or whatever. There's gonna be a big event, big wrestling event coming up, and
Oh, I saw that.
Destination Pro Destruction. I want to just get that out there as like some free advertising, just because I know the person in charge, and I figure the fact that he's bringing us Kurt Angle and Eric Rowan, two former WWE superstars, more familiar with Kurt Angle than Eric Rowan, but Eric Rowan was part of the WWE during the Wyatt family era and all that in the last 10 years or so. So he's from Minneapolis, so that's why it works out. Kurt
Send me a
Angle's-
link and I'll push it on my.
Well, there's really no link to send right now. It's just the promo. The poster.
That's all. That's all I need.
That's all we have right now.
Then
But,
I'll go look up the wrestling organization and get the rest off that.
I'm gonna try my best when it gets closer to that time, and I'm hoping Josh will allow me to do this because I know because I tried to ask him to help with his promotion before. He's been kind of up in the air about it, and the only thing he would allow me to do was set up the ring. And I said, well, I'm not a wrestler. I'm not trying to do that type of stuff. I want it to be part of your show. So maybe he'll allow me to do some interviews for Renegade Radio. Hopefully we can do them all as a group prior to the event, or it may just be at the event and it may just be a pre-record. But
Well, I
either
was
way,
Hey,
it'll be
then
for
maybe
Renegade Radio.
Why don't you
Yeah.
record when you get there backstage? Just record a couple interviews and throw them on one day. You don't have no guests.
Well, yeah,
Hey,
but
what-
I'll make it for Renegade Radio though.
Cause,
What day is that?
That's Saturday, Saturday, May 11th at 4 o'clock.
January 6th, I got a wrestling show and they're gonna have, a Magnum TA there and, what was it? The Russian, oh Jesus God, he's my
The
favorite
Russian
guy.
Nightmare?
Not the Russian Nightmare. He was the
The Mad
champion
Russian?
W for a while.
I don't know.
He wrestled with Nikolai Volkov. He was one of the Volkovs. What'd you say before,
Not
John?
so bad,
Was it
Ustinov.
Nikolai?
No, it ain't Nikolai. He's a younger guy. He was a
Boris Yukov?
PA wrestler.
Oh, I don't know.
Geez. Well, anyways, they're
Because
gonna
it
be
used to
there.
be
Maybe I can
Boris
get a quick
Yukov
interview
and so bad Ustinov.
Well, maybe Nikita, maybe Koloff?
No.
No?
Yeah, Nikita Koloff. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds about right. Because I
Hey,
think
Cody
Hey,
says hi.
anyway, Don,
Maybe I'll interview him in the back
anyway, how about
for the show.
So Sean, I was thinking.
that
maybe-
shows in Thief River?
Yeah, that's at Destination Pro. That's at Ralph Eggleston Arena, the Thief River.
Get them
Think
here
we
a
could
day
get
early.
press
Maybe we
passes?
could do the show in Grand Forks.
Well, we'll try to figure something out as it gets closer. I mean, we still got like 5 months or whatever.
Hey, Cody
We'll
Skelski
talk
says
about
hi,
it.
Sean.
Oh yeah, hi Cody. All these people that know me, anybody that know
He
you?
said hi
know?
to John,
Anybody know
not you.
everybody else?
He
I
said
know
hi to
none of our people
John.
coming
He said hi
on.
to-
Well, he said hi to everybody. Everybody says hi to everybody. They know most of these people know who I am because it's on the Greenbush Sound Swap page. So that's
Tell
why
him you said hi to me. You didn't say hi to John. You were saying Mad Dog, your favorite guy on this show.
Yeah, that's right, the promo guy, the guy who needs to learn how to spell a little bit, but that's okay. That's
I
okay. I'm
can't
not gonna
spell.
roast it. Would love to
spell.
hear you spell sriracha or something like that, some weird word like that.
I don't spell it. I say it into the phone. I never.
Oh, okay. You do the
I'm
Google.
going to do the promos no more. You
uh,
do them, yeah.
No, you're good. Hey, you're doing great. I love it.
Don't
I
get me
I love-
mad.
I-
I'm going to drop kick something right here.
Don't poke yourself though. There's too many knives in there in that room. I'm just roasting you. It's okay. Handle a roast, man. You're a big guy. You can handle
I'm okay with that. Johnny knows I can't spell.
it. Anyway, I'm not here to roast everybody's chestnuts, okay? Yeah. So speaking of no chestnuts, Mama T, what's you talking about?
I was trying to say maybe there's a way that you and me and maybe John could get in for free with some press passes or something and get back there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Like, I want to, if we're able to do this, I don't want this just to be for me. I want somebody from my crew or a few of us, who are able to show up, be a part of it, and maybe, because John, I know you got some poll somewhere, Roberts here, because of your.
It is my
history.
hometown.
So who knows? Maybe talk to the right person. But we'll talk about it. We got lots of time to plan that. I'm just throwing it out
Yep,
on the air because
yep.
I'm so excited. I'm like a little kid at Christmas time. Literally.
Well,
That's
it is.
That's a big gift to give to somebody. To give to Kurt Angle for crying out loud, and Eric Rowan. So
Tell
Oh,
Kurt
yeah.
Angle,
Heck yeah.
Mad
Yeah,
Dog.
those are pretty big names.
yeah.
Tell
Well,
Kurt
hey.
Angle you know Mad Dog from Pittsburgh.
Well, does he know you?
I was training with him before he went into the WWF.
So you
Probably
got
won't
to,
remember me, but
okay. Well, I mean, if you train with him, he probably would. That's a long time
well, he
ago.
was training down at Miller's, where we had a gym down in McKeesport around here, and they asked me to come in because I was a 350-pound guy. He needed to throw me around a little bit because he was a
Oh,
little rusty, but
sure.
he did a well
sure.
job of beating the shit out of me. Believe me.
Well, did he give you some milk afterwards? Actually, he said he don't like milk. That was, this whole play on milk. It was just kind of a,
He got shot in the neck 20 some times before that gold medal wrestling event because he had two broken bones in his neck.
yeah.
He
it's
wrestled the best wrestler in the world with a broken neck.
yeah,
He broke
that's
his neck 3
crazy,
weeks
yeah.
before the gold medal, before he went to the Olympics.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. His
Yeah,
story.
shot him like 20 some times before he got out there with different Novocaines and
Jeez.
yeah, he had his neck operated on 3 or 4 times since he went into pro wrestling. I mean, he broke his neck a couple times.
Sure.
He lived in Mount Washington here where me and my brother was born and raised. He lived here he lived on a couple streets away from us, I guess, for about 10 years. Then he moved to the rich area before his father got killed. His father was in a bad accident. His father fell off a scaffold at work and fell like 30 stories or something. He was pretty well. But anyways, that's just the Angle family is amazing. His brothers are 3 times badder than he is. So his one brother, Mark, will clean a bar out by himself. Like,
oh, geez.
and that ain't no exaggeration. I seen him clean the bar out tramps. One guy said something to him, and next thing you know, there was 10 guys on the floor. I just sitting there drinking my beer, ducking, and like, that's funny. He was a bad dude, boy. Roadhouse.
Yeah, I think my cousin Bernie used to bodyguard Kurt.
Yeah.
He knows Kurt personally.
Bernie was for the Boilermaid. He was the bodyguard for Angle.
Yeah.
That's who I used to bodyguard. See, Ron White, I did him. I did Larry the Cable Guy, Sinbad. I'm going back to it January 1st, so I'll be getting a lot of interviews. I just remembered that.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean,
A lot of people that I can talk to. I'm in the green room, but it's not for their bodyguard to ask them that. You know, I'm going to make sure the show's over and they're, you know, they fucking wind down or whatever. I'm going to see what I can do.
Do some man on the street stuff, man, because that's always impressive. That's the stuff.
I'm probably going to miss some Mondays too, because a lot of their shows at the Carnegie Music Hall runs on Mondays. But
well, I mean, whatever. I mean, you do what you can, man. I mean, I told Waterboy that he's more than welcome to come back. You know, whatever he wants. He just doesn't respond at all. So
I didn't know we lost Antique Man.
Well, he said he couldn't make it tonight. He said he couldn't make it tonight because he said sorry he couldn't make it tonight. Yeah, I don't know. He had some problems or something. I don't know.
Well, he'll come back when he's ready. I don't believe he's done. I believe he's just taking a little bit of a break.
I like the Antique Man.
A lot of other things to do. Yeah, he's quirky. He's a quirky guy, and that's what I like about him too. His humor is kind of dry, but it's not too dry. It's actually pretty refreshing, you know.
I say something, guys. If I butt in too much and I know you, just say something to me after the show. I'm not used to this stuff. You guys been on radio most of your lives, and a lot of you. I mean, I was just a guy screaming and yelling in interviews.
Well, it's just something you got.
And you get a little aggravated, just pull me aside after the show when they say, "Don't look, do this." I appreciate it. You know, I look for criticism.
Well, just don't punch us in the face if we roast your chestnuts a little bit. You know, that's all.
It looks like you're roasting some chestnuts on the ground over there.
Hey, I know the snow's growing right by my crotch. I can see that.
Probably got that.
Are you guys getting any snow out there?
A little bit, but
look behind
between his balls.
We're doing good.
Falling off the tree over there.
Yeah. No, I mean, we got a little bit of snow, but it hasn't really. It's been weird, you know. This whole El Nino winter has been really weird, you know. But I like it. I mean, I love it. I don't mind it being 40 degrees every day.
Yesterday it was 50 degrees. I was loving every minute of it.
Yeah. We live in the country, and my driveway is about a half a mile long from my house to the highway.
Wow.
And there's times overnight I can have 4 foot, 5 foot deep drifts.
Oh,
and
man.
we get socked in, and it sucks. I'm sick of it.
Plow?
We're both, my wife and me, are ready to downsize and move away where it's warmer. And I used to race snowmobiles and play hockey and do all the fun winter shit, ice fish. Now I don't like doing any of that stuff.
Yeah, right.
I'm just too old. And I got arthritis. Yeah. I don't like doing any of it. I hate moving snow.
Do you have a Do you have a snow plow? I hope so.
Yeah, of course.
I have a four-wheeler with a plow on it, and I have a snowblower for my deck and my walkway. And then my neighbor has a side-by-side four-wheeler with a plow on it, and then my other neighbor has a skid steer with a plow blade on it. The three of us live in this little 40-acre area. It used to be a golf course. And so between the three of us, we all try to take care of it. But the last storm we had, I was the only one out here. Everybody else was gone. So I had to try to clean everything up with my four-wheeler. You know, but it sucks. It just sucks. We don't all have the same hours.
Johnny's in the snow belt and he got to do the same thing every time. He got an 80-foot driveway, but
Oh,
he
yeah,
got
I was
all
gonna
the
say.
fancy toys. He got all the nice toys.
It looks like over at Sam's place that there is no snow over there. It's like you got just grass and everything. It's just like,
We're just starting to get it now.
oh, okay,
They say
Wow.
we're supposed to get a lot the next couple days.
okay.
Yeah, we're getting
Sure.
that storm coming up through Florida. We had a bad snow squall today. We got about 2 inches, but it just disappeared right away because it's so warm out.
Yeah, but I was saying because I watched your walking video there, Sam, yesterday, and
Yeah, it
it's
didn't
like-
start snowing until today,
Oh, okay, okay.
a couple hours
Wow.
ago.
That's crazy.
My brother's
Well,
looking
according
good. How many pounds now, John?
I lost 3 I lost 3 this past week and I'm at
But-
289. I lost 54 pounds.
Good, man.
Wow,
Fuck
that's good.
Ah,
What's
Text me,
your
me.
so what's
You're
your
Wait,
It was so much better when I masturbate now. It's like easier.
yeah. Of course.
You can actually see it now.
you don't have me in your hand?
I told you I still can't see mine. I got to be standing on my head.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Which
Even
head?
when I did Viagra,
You're making me blush. You're making me blush, guys.
So, Sam, what's your actually ultimate goal then for the end of the year then? I mean, how much weight are you trying to
I
lose?
really- I was just doing this. I really don't have a I don't have a goal, but if I get down to, I really don't want to lose a lot of weight. I like being heavy because when I lost all that weight, I wasn't happy. People like kept cut me down because I look old. I
Oh,
just want to get on maybe 250 and then plateau at 250. I'll still be heavy, but I won't be obese.
oh,
I want to
sure.
look at that real
Yeah,
quick.
like when I went to the doctor's, I read the letter he gave me and I says, "Oh man, this doctor says I'm a beast." And she goes, "No, John, you're obese."
Yeah, but mine said I was morbidly obese. I'm like, am I dead already? What the fuck? That's morbid.
I had 2 lower back surgeries and a neck surgery all within about a 4-year period. And my neurosurgeon, I'm 6'2", and at that time I weighed about 235 pounds. And he put down on my records that I was obese, and
Yeah.
I was pissed.
That's
I'm like, I
ridiculous.
know I got a beer
No.
gut.
My
I
knee
don't know if
doctor,
I'm 6'2" for Christ's sakes.
yeah, my knee doctor wants me to get down to 200 pounds. I wasn't 200 pounds when I was 6.
Yep.
Other
Yeah,
guys.
Darren Foss said happy holidays. John Wayne Leonard said like milk in a bowl. So probably one of
whatever
the
that
conversation we were talking about here.
means.
Well,
Or,
if I get down to 280, he'll do it. So
oh, sure.
I'm like 16 pounds away.
Well, just to let you guys know, our guest has arrived in the.
All right.
So when we see her camera here, we'll say hello to good old comedian, probably legendary comedian. She's been around doing this for a long time. How's it
Hey,
going there, Bear?
Hey,
Bear Webb.
it's so good to see you guys.
I didn't know
Yeah.
Ron White was on the
How
show.
are you?
I know, right? I gotta tell you, it's a lot of people say that to me, and and I guess I don't see it, but people say it to me all the time, and I'm like, okay,
All the
well, I
time.
love the guy, so why would I say no, right?
Yeah,
You look
yeah.
exactly like him.
I probably drink like him too. I ain't gonna lie.
that's
When
why
I saw
put
you
Ron
do,
White
when I saw you do the imitation, you grabbed the cigar and you
Yeah.
grabbed the glass. I almost lost it. I mean, that was the best. That
Oh,
was
man.
definitely right on.
A friend of mine, got to credit a friend of mine, comedian Jody Kearns. She said to me one time when I was just starting out, she said, you look like that guy, Ron White and Sam Kinison. And I'm like, no, I don't. No, I don't. She goes, yeah, you do. You do. Do it on stage. Do it on stage. And I said, I'm not going to do that on stage. And she goes, can I cuss on here? I can cuss on here, right?
Oh, absolutely. Say whatever the fuck
Okay.
you want.
She's like, she goes, you're a pussy. I go, did you call me a pussy? I go, oh, hell yeah, I'll do that on stage. So I did it on stage and everybody just busted out laughing. And all I could think to myself was, son of a bitch. I look like Ron White and Sam Kinison. One's chubby, one's dead. Pretty much not a compliment. But hey, they're both
Oh.
famous comedians. So what can I say? And I love them both. So I'll roll
And
with it.
I think when you do that, it's like that really like, yeah, that puts you right there with the crowd. That is fantastic.
I've also
Oh,
gotten that I
absolutely.
look like Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
Yep.
So
You
Oh,
kind of
it's a-
do, I guess.
It's a hair.
got that
yeah.
before.
When I look like
It's-
Sam Kinison, they should tell me I look like Meatloaf.
Okay, yeah, but it's a compliment though.
It
You
is,
know,
Yeah.
especially,
Yes.
you've
Yes.
best breasts, I mean,
it's a compliment. So I mean, it seems to. I don't want to act. I have some reels out there from open bar comedy, and some people are like, be original and no. I'm not imitating them. This is just who I am.
I know. I can see
And
that.
they're
I
never
know
gonna
that.
forget your face either.
Yeah,
They'll
I'm
never
not-
forget your face.
Yeah, and I do a little Sam Kinison in the act, and I do it as an homage to him because I love him and I think he was one of the best comedians of all time. And so I do a little bit of him in the act, but I don't like the whole act isn't him, just like the whole
Right.
act isn't Ron White. It's just an homage to them about how great they are and how much I love them, and then I just move on with my own shit. So
Oh,
Right, that's great, though.
That's right. Well,
Bill
we're-
Kinnison is actually a good friend of ours on the show. He's on the show all the time.
I
Bill
saw that
Kinnison.
when I was kind of skimming through, and I was like, "That's so cool, dude. That is so
Yeah,
cool."
I know Bill for 20 years, so we've been. He supported when I did Sam, because
Yeah.
I don't look like Sam now, but I really did look like Sam Kinison.
come on,
This
Toad.
this was me.
Sam Kinison he was the best. I mean, he was so he stretched the limits of comedy when no one thought you
Oh,
could do
yeah.
the things that he was doing, and people nowadays would be so pissed off, and
Yep.
they just don't,
Here, take a look at him. He looked like he swallowed Sam Kennison.
What the hell? What
That's
the hell?
actually me.
Oh, really? Wow, that's cool. That's cool, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool. So,
Well,
Yeah,
But I
Thank
did
you
a
for
tribute. I did a
inviting me on
tribute to
here.
Sammo. I did a tribute, the whole tribute act. Plus, I'd write
Yeah.
little bits of my own just to throw in there, because a lot
Yeah.
of people are like, "I don't remember Sam doing that joke," and I'm like, "Yeah, I wrote that." You know what I mean? For the show,
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of you in it. You
Yeah.
got to have a little bit of you because
right?
that's
It's a
what it's all
tribute.
about.
It's still a tribute act, but still, you want to put something fresh in there.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
honest with
I
you.
agree completely. That's
Yeah,
why I
a
just
lot of
I hit
people-
it and I walk away. And some people
Right.
get it and some people don't. And when I scream in their face, I'm like, did you pee a little? Because it looked like you might just pee just a little bit right there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
It's
Which we
awesome.
should all probably introduce ourselves.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, let's before we get too crazy here, well, first of all, we're glad to have you, Bear. I'm
Well,
Sean,
thank you.
the guy who got a hold of you to do this interview in the first place. With my crew, I'm the co-founder and pretty much the guy behind the whole show. This is our season finale, so we're honored to have you be our last guest of
Thank
2023.
you.
So that's a big honor. That's a big honor.
Cheers.
I've been doing radio for quite a while, on and off, over the last 20 years as well, in Minnesota. And because no radio station will actually give you a fucking job, I decided to do a podcast. And it's just
Good
like
for you.
time to be myself and not give a shit about what anybody else thinks anymore. So
I love that
and
about you.
yeah, and then we got a crew. We got one of the greatest crews that I can think of to invite to be a part of the show. They've all been with me pretty much since the beginning. We'll start off with Mad Dog. Go ahead, Mad Dog.
Hey.
Introduce yourself.
Bear, it was nice to meet you. I watched some of your stuff and I'm a big fan now. But
Oh, thank you.
I started out in the burial business in my lifetime. My whole 43 years, I was in the burial business. I was the last one to let you down. So I've been a professional wrestler for 25 years. Actually, 4-time champ. I just got inducted into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in Pennsylvania. And I was bodyguard for Ron White, as you see behind me. That's me and Ron. I was his guard
Dude, that is so cool.
Yeah, I did a bodyguard for a lot of comedians. That's basically what I did. I had Larry the Cable Guy, Sinbad, the works. But yeah, so I'm happy to be on tonight. I'm real excited to get some questions going here, and thank you for listening to me.
Oh,
Right,
thank you for inviting me. That's so cool that you bodyguard for those guys and a wrestler. So that's
yeah.
badass.
Mama T, go ahead. Mama T, you're next.
Well, I had to do this. It was Taco Tuesday today, kiddos. Yeah, down your betcha.
Okay.
My boyfriend here, little Bobby, he's a blues musician. He's been on the charts since the end of last year, I believe, with his last 2 albums. We own a bar here in McIntosh, Minnesota.
Love that.
Like we've got a different special lunch special every day, and today was tacos.
Tacos.
I also do a little newsletter.
I'm supposed it wasn't moose.
But Sean said, you should be, well, actually it was my boyfriend that said, you should talk to Tanya because she's really into that pop culture, the 80s, 90s. And Sean gave me a call one day and I was like, sure, why not? Monday nights, those are dead. Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
All right, Sam, go right ahead. Unless you want me last.
I'm Screaming Sam. I used to be an entrepreneur. I had a bunch of businesses back in the day. Then I found out one day I looked like Sam Kinison. So I did the tribute since 1998, probably to a couple years ago. I was sponsored by the Kinison family. They loved what I did. And then I had my own internet TV show, my own internet radio show, podcast down in Florida. I lived in Florida for 20 years. And I moved up to Ohio. Be near my grandson. So yeah, so I traveled a lot. And I got married in Vegas, the same place Sam Kinison got married. I did a show in Vegas at the I think it was Imperial Palace. And it was crazy. I had a crazy life, but I had fun doing everything I did. I was one of the first people to get an internet TV show together. It's on the internet. If you look up Screaming Sam and Fox News, they did like a 3-minute segment on me, which was great. I mean, I couldn't ask better than that.
Cool.
But yeah, so that's who and this was a picture of me back in the day. So, and that's what, a lot of people, when I went on stage, they freaked out.
Dude. Yeah, I can imagine.
That's pretty much my
awesome.
life.
Thank you guys for having me. To be honest with you, you guys are popping my podcast cherry. I don't think I've ever been on a podcast before. So
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
And the fact that
the
it's
first one to pop
and the fact that it's all of you. Hey, I'm riding the train. That's all I'm saying. Riding the train here on the podcast.
We probably need somebody like you on our crew anyway. That'd be great. But we have one more guy.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
One more person to say hi to you, and that's John Roberts.
Hello. Hi, Bear.
Hello. Hey, John.
I'm John. I'm up in northwestern Minnesota. I'm right on the North Dakota-Minnesota border. I have a company in North Dakota, even though I live in Minnesota, called GFBS, Grand Forks Best Source. It's a video podcast company, but I'm like a 40+ year radio guy, all over from Northwest Minnesota to California, Canada. I'm a voice at racetracks. I get into being racetrack announcing and dirt tracks. I do hockey games on the radio, play-by-play. I have a great wife. I live out in a log house in the country on an old golf course with 2 dogs, and things are pretty cool here. And I wanted to say something when you were talking about eating moose up there, Tony. I've been for the last 3 days making venison jerky. So
wow.
I made like 10 pounds of venison jerky from deer hunting this year. That's what I've been doing, getting ready for the
Send
holidays.
me some.
So,
You know my address.
that's why you guys got to get your butts up here. Yeah.
Well, anyway,
We
Bear,
may have
that
to.
is our crew. That is the Renegade Radio crew. We have other members too that have come and gone too, but this is the season 1 finale. We'll be coming back on Elvis's birthday, Monday, January 8th, to start season 2. So we're not going anywhere. We're just kind of beginning, so to speak, even though we've been doing this for a little bit now. So, and
Well, I will definitely tune in.
Oh,
I will
absolutely.
definitely tune in.
Absolutely. So I want to start off the interview first, just because since this is your first time on a podcast, how come nobody's ever asked to be on a podcast before? I mean, you're so talented, you're so good. Why would it take this long?
I don't know, actually. I think I think it was more me. I think I've been asked, but I just have never decided that, yeah, I'll do that. Because I know, and then you caught me at a time and I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah, I'll do that. They're Minnesota. Why wouldn't I do that for them? I said, fuck yeah.
Minnesota.
So, yeah, Minnesota. That's why I decided to do it. I was
You're looking for some moose, huh?
Crowd.
Well,
They seem like a good group.
Oh, well, and I appreciate that, I mean, cause, it's just nice, cause I didn't know that prior to you telling us this, so.
Yeah.
That's kinda new information to me, cause I just assumed that, you've been in the business for a long time and, other shows, have you been on TV before at all for anything, or?
I had like a little tiny clips, but nothing major, nothing major. I've actually, this is kind of like, to be honest with you, it's kind of my side job. Like my real job is I'm a special needs teacher, and I've been doing that for 37
Oh.
years.
Thank you.
And I teach
Yeah.
nonverbal autistic medically fragile kids, so kids that are in
Wow.
wheelchairs that don't speak,
Like
and
my
autistic
brother.
kids.
That's my brother up there.
Yeah,
Good for you.
kids, kids like that. I've been doing that, and so the comedy thing is kind of like a side gig that I've been doing that seems to be doing really well for me. That I'm just having fun. I I I guess I'm probably like the laziest comedian there is. Like I know I'm supposed to promote myself, and I know I'm supposed to do all this other stuff, but I'm so incredibly lazy that sometimes I just don't do it, and it's frustrating to me that I am that person sometimes. But that's like I said, it's kind of like a side fun job. I want to make people laugh who've had a tough day or going through a divorce or they've lost a brother or that's my goal. That's my goal. That's what
You
makes it
That's
all
excellent.
worthwhile. When
That's
someone
excellent.
comes
You know
up to you and
what, Bear?
says,
Bear, you can tell that, the way you present yourself on stage, you're very relaxed and you can tell like, this is something that I love to do. This is my, my
Yeah.
relief thing from working with special needs kids. And it comes out
Yeah.
when you see on stage. You can tell you're relaxed and just going through it. Hey, you want to laugh? Laugh. You don't, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, the audience
Okay, I don't
knows
know if-
I learned very.
I don't
I'm
know
sorry?
if you, we mentioned this, but those two guys, Anthony and Screaming Sam, they're brothers. That's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh
My
yeah. No, I think
brother,
I saw that on
yeah.
Facebook. I think I
He
saw it.
always
Yeah,
talks
Now
about me.
whose birthday?
Berg, and he's from
It's somebody's
Ohio.
birthday. Which one of you guys is a birthday?
No,
nobody.
that was a friend of mine, John, that I
Oh,
put on
okay.
Facebook, and everyone thinks it's me. It ain't my
Yeah,
birthday.
that was
No, it's John.
okay.
It's my buddy John.
Here's another John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, go
So
ahead.
John's
Barry.
not,
Every time he
John's
turns
not on here, right? John's not on here. So let's talk about John. He's an asshole, isn't he?
Oh,
No,
he's a
just
real
kidding.
asshole. No,
I'm sorry.
telling you
Sorry,
what,
John. Happy birthday.
I'm telling you what, Bear.
Okay.
Seriously, as good as you are,
Dogs.
you should make this your full-time gig. And I'm telling you, you could make it big because I've never seen an act like yours before. It's funny. You constantly are on top of things. I'm telling you, if you weren't as lazy as you are, you probably make it big in this business.
I
But I
appreciate
was the
that.
same way
I
as
do.
you. I was the same as you. I had somebody else do my stuff for me because I was scared to do it.
I just don't. I'm not good with all the technology of doing like social media and all that kind of stuff. And to be honest with you, I love social media. Please don't get me wrong, but I think as a comedian or to any entertainer, when someone says my friend, went to the show Friday night and told me about it, and so I got tickets for today. Word of mouth is always going to beat social media.
Yep,
It always
yep,
will because you
yep.
trust people when they come up to you and they say, "This person's fantastic. You got to go see them." So that is I think a lot of entertainers will say word of mouth is just such a huge compliment for
Right,
someone
right,
to say that about
right.
you. So, I mean, I so appreciate the kind words. And yeah, maybe, I can't be teaching much longer. These kids show up every fucking day. Every day they show up. And I'm like,
Yeah.
why are you here again?
Yeah.
Again, why is the bus picking you up every day? Drive by.
The
and
fucking
we're
bus.
done. We didn't see them.
Hey, it
You know.
takes somebody. It takes special people to do what you do, though. With my company, we interview a lot of nonprofits, and I've done a lot of work with like the Children's Miracle Network and stuff like that. And we used to do this radiothon, and you relive the stories with their parents and stuff, and how things went. And with people like you, though, it takes a certain person to do what you do.
Yes.
And that's pretty cool that you do that. And I would imagine that your nights doing your side gig has got to be a nice little escape from all that because
Yeah.
like I said, kudos to you. People like you are
Well, thank
crazy,
you.
crazy good people. We need more of
Well,
them.
I teach special needs now, but I taught 6th, 7th, and 8th grade for 25
Oh my
years.
God.
God.
Oh,
Brutal.
wow.
Brutal, dude. Brutal.
Yeah. That's right.
I mean,
Puberty and
I've met
quickness.
some 6th, 7th, and 8th graders that
Yeah.
are they should, I would think teaching the 6th, 7th and 8th graders would be pretty close to what you're teaching now, just the
Yeah,
way
I'd be
kids
like
are
sitting on my
nowadays.
balls all day.
Yeah. I mean,
That's right.
it's
Puberty.
No common sense with these kids today. I
yeah, no,
don't understand what's going on.
no,
Yeah.
either do I.
If I would have acted
Neither
that
do I.
way when I was that age, I would still have a mark on my ass.
Yeah, that's right between puberty and being a jackass.
And just to let you guys know, and just a side note here, we don't want to overrun the conversation. So try to have, if you can, one person at a time with the interview with Bear anyway.
We're
Because,
just
you know-
passionate about not liking children.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine, that's fine. I didn't want it to piss you off if we're over talking
That's it.
you.
We're just
That's-
really passionate about it. Took me 37 years of education to figure out I don't really like kids.
And so I'm
Okay, well, whatever. You know, I just figured out of respect to you, there, Bear, because you're our guest. You know, I
Oh, no
just wanna-
problem. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love the conversation. That's what keeps, that's what we learn to respect each other and listen to each other. And I love that kind of shit. I mean, you guys are up in
Yeah.
Minnesota. I never would have met you unless this happened. So this is really cool for me. So thank you.
Okay, perfect. So let's find out kind of why you became a comedian in the first place. What drove you to decide that, hey, you know what, I'm funny and I want to show people that I'm funny.
It started like when I was a kid. I realized I was kind of funny, and I realized that I could get out of a lot of crap if I distracted people. And like, I played basketball. Shocking, the lesbian plays basketball. I know, right?
Here they play hockey.
Yeah. So I figured out that if I made my coach laugh, he would forget that we had to do all these like run suicides and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, being funny is positive. And then I realized that, I made my mom laugh. And then I realized that, hey, if I make the hot girls laugh,
Whew.
that's
there you go.
That's right.
Get that out too. It didn't work too well.
so it actually worked out great for me. I have a fantastically beautiful wife. So I cannot even say that
Good
didn't work out for me because it did.
Oh,
Which I
That's
actually
good.
knew her. I actually knew her in middle school and high school. And we graduated the same class together. She lived at the end of my street. And like 30 years later, we kind of reconnected and through comedy. I invited her to a comedy show. And that was kind of it. We kind of
Now,
knew it from then. So
Back in the day when you knew each other,
Mhm.
did you know that you were like lesbian, or you?
Yeah,
wasn't?
I knew when I was young. I knew like when I was like 13, 14 years old,
What about her?
And she she was married to men for twice and then realized that, hey,
Okay.
that sucked and moved on to me. I'm
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Bear, can I say
so-
something without offending you?
so she, we got together and we got married. But when we were younger, no, I had a crush on her, but she didn't know. Like, I knew where she parked her car. I was like, kind of like a little stalker. I knew where her like locker was and stuff. Like, knew where she sat at lunch. But no, I knew she dated all the hot guys, and I was like, I don't have a shot. So, and then years later,
That's great.
There you
Great
go.
story.
turn around.
Stay with it. Very good.
That's crazy.
What was
So,
the
yeah,
worst
so I do-
heckler you ever had?
I'm sorry.
I said, I was just wondering,
The worst heckler?
with the shows, the worst heckler you've ever had.
I actually it's actually in my act because I talk about being a special needs teacher, and I had a guy in the back, and I saw him before the show, and he has a scooter, and I could tell he was nonverbal, and he had a scooter, and he could only move like one hand, which drove the scooter. And I was like, oh, he's so cute. He's at this comedy show. I was like, that's awesome. And then I go up and I start doing my act, and I think I'm comedy gold, right? I mean, we all think we're great when we're up there. And like, bada bing, bada boom. And I could see him coming up in his little scooter. And I'm like, what is going on? What is going on with this guy? And then he pulls his scooter nonverbal, use of one hand right next to the stage, looks up at me and goes, and drove off.
Wow.
No way.
And that's when
That
I'm
was
like,
the
I'm
best
a star. Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor, no one got the nonverbal guy who drives up on a scooter and gives you the bird drives off. I'm a star. That's all I can say.
He would have gave you
Wow.
the double finger if he could have.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. I did have a lady one time though tell me, I don't know what was wrong. She was so upset. In the middle of my act, I'm getting to, and this was when I was just beginning headlining, and I it was my mistake. I went to her and I said, if you could just be a little quiet, that'd be great. And then she stood up and just told me and for about 10 minutes about how she was going to decapitate me and murder me in the parking lot. And
Wow.
it was bad.
No way.
Oh, Jesus.
So I try to joke with her, because that's what I try and do. I don't like, I'm not the kind of comic that goes after you. I don't do that. So I try to joke her back in like I would my 7th graders. Is kind of what I was trying to do. I'm like, oh, honey, I teach 7th grade. This is nothing. You're not, murder, really? Have you seen this? No, I teach 7th grade. And she wasn't having it. She wasn't having it at all. So it was like the first time I ever kicked anybody out. I had to actually, say, you got to go. And everybody was clapping. And I remember stopping them and saying, now, wait a minute. We've all been the drunk girl in the room. We've all been there. Let's not judge. I said, just do you have cab fare home? It was before Ubers. I'm that old. I was like, do you have cab fare? I'll pay for your cab fare to make sure you get home, and, let's just make sure she gets home safe. And that was it. But I don't go after. I'm not that comic. Those comics that do that, you better be really good at it, is all I got to say. It's because
Right.
it makes it uncomfortable for the audience. It makes it uncomfortable for the owner. It makes it uncomfortable for you.
Yeah.
I find it, for me, my personal opinion is, if I can turn it around and joke that person back into the show because they paid their ticket too,
That's
then that
awesome.
works out for everybody.
That's
So
professional.
I try not to go after them. I'm not going to say I never did, because I have, but it's difficult not, I do everything I can not to do that.
You know what?
So-
When you come back miserable or mean, that makes them even more riled up. They're just going to keep going on all show and saying, and it's going to get worse and worse as it goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happened to me once
when
at
you-
a Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
No, go ahead, hon. I'm sorry.
When you're able to turn it around like that, the owner of the club and the manager of the club is so grateful, because everybody's laughing and having a good time, and then you tell somebody to shut the fuck up and everybody goes, oh, now you got to win them back.
Yeah.
I said, now
Right.
you got to win them back. But if you can turn it and kind of have fun with this guy and get them back into the show,
Right.
you've saved the show, and the club owner loves that. So
Right.
we were at a doing.
They don't
May I
want no
tell a story
trouble.
one time? May I tell a story one time?
Yeah.
My friend Jody Kearns, who I love, she's a fantastic comedian. If you ever get a chance to see her, see her. She was on stage, and she's not a drinker, but for some reason she was a little tipsy that night. And I had done my set before, and my set is about who I am, lifestyle, all that kind of stuff. And I was in the audience, and I could tell she was a little tipsy. And the owner was sitting next to me, and he said, she's a little buzzed. I said, she doesn't drink. I don't know what happened, but so she got mad at some guy in the audience, and she wanted him out. I want this guy out of here. I'm not continuing until this guy leaves. And the owner said, well, I'm not throwing him out. He did nothing wrong. So I was like, oh, this is awkward. It's awkward. It's awkward. So I said, I've got this. So I stood up and I said, Miss Kearns? And she said, yes, Bear. I said, security here. Do you need me to escort somebody out? And she said, yes, I do. So I walked up, and he's freaking out, thinking he's getting thrown out. And I said, come with me. He goes, am I getting thrown out? I go, no, you're part of the show. You're part of the show, dude. We do this all the time. Everybody claps. Owner's happy. I walk him out. I walk him back into the back of the room so Jody can't see him. I said, you're part of the show, man. Thanks so much. Let me get you a drink. And, and it worked. I don't know how it worked, but it worked.
That was the best prop ever.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. And God bless Jody. Jody went along with the whole thing. She's like, yeah, okay, yeah, take him, yeah.
Sure.
Just one of those nights. So,
Has Florida always been your main location of where you've always been, or are you from elsewhere?
Yeah. No, I'm born and bred Cocoa Beach. Great little small town. If you've never been there, go. It's fantastic. Very locals. It's a lot of fun. You just ride your bike from bar to bar to bar, and great schools, everything, scenery, you name it, parks, everything. And let's see, so I went there, and then I went to school in Tampa. I ended up in Orlando. Taught a school in Orlando for 25 years, and then came down to Coral Springs, South Florida. And I've been here for about 12, 15 years now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
lived in Tampa. I
wore
lived
my
in Odessa.
throwback Tampa Bay shirt for you.
I'm sorry.
Throwback Tampa Bay shirt.
Oh yeah. Tampa Bay. I'm from. I went to University of South Florida before the football team. That's how old I am. Yeah.
So what
That's
are,
how
make
old.
my-
I have,
so
You're
what
gonna
are,
make me
I have
wonder now, how
cousins,
old are you?
aunts, and uncles in Tampa.
I'm 59 years young. I just
Oh,
turned
boy.
59 in
I'm
November.
older than you. I'm older than you.
I'm
Just
younger,
like
way
me.
younger. I'm 40.
I'll be
Ah.
59 in February.
I'm 65.
I'm
I'm
60
49. I guess
February.
we're all throwing that out there.
We all need AARP anyway, whatever, what the hell.
You're only as old as you feel.
So what
Right.
are some,
Well, then I'm
what are-
100.
What are some of the well-known clubs down there that you play at, or that you?
We got the improvs. Got a couple improvs down here. We have Boca Black Box, which just puts up a lot of comedy. We have I'm Thursday night. I'll be at a place called the Beer Garden in Boca Raton. I travel a lot around Florida mostly. Go over to the
Side
West Coast.
splitters?
Pearl. Side splitters. Let's see. You got McCurdy's as well.
Yeah, I know McCurdy's.
You got the comedy zones. We got a pretty happening thing going on in Florida for comedy. So, that's I like it. It's a little bit of a mecca of East Coast, West Coast, Central Florida comics. It's cool. It's a good little group.
Everybody knows you pretty well over there. That you're pretty well known around.
Yeah,
the
we
area.
help each other out. We help each other out a lot. Like I'll get I had a guy message me, "Hey, have you performed at this club?" I said, "Yes. Can you drop my name?" We help each other out a lot, and to me, that's I love doing that. I love helping other comics.
You know
It's
Bobby
just-
Joel? You know Bobby Joel
Bobby
owns
who?
Side Splitter? Bobby Joel that owns Side Splitters.
I don't know Bobby, and I've
Oh.
always wanted to do Side Splitters, so throw
he's a
my
friend of
name
mine.
out there.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll give him a call.
so yeah, that's one of the. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's one of the clubs that it's like on my list that I've always wanted to do that for some reason I haven't been able to get into. So any help I would greatly
Yeah,
appreciate.
I did McCurdy's. I did the comic. I did the Side Splitters,
Yeah.
improv. I
Yeah.
traveled around down there. Yeah,
Yeah. So when you lived in Florida, you lived Tampa?
yeah. It's an old town north of Tampa called Odessa. It was like the country.
I beat you.
Near
Winona
Lutz?
Sassa.
Yeah.
I lived in Winona Sassa.
Okay.
It took me
That's cool.
6 months to learn how to say it and 6 months to learn how to spell it.
I know where it's at. I've been there.
I'm not
Oh,
the
man.
brightest.
So
It's
do
the funniest.
do most of the people that you work with at the school know about your comedy and have seen your act before?
Yeah, I have to warn them though.
Or? Well, what
When
do
I
they
first
think?
started doing comedy, I was like, I'm just gonna dive in and be me and do what I do, and I did. And then I remember sitting at a faculty meeting, like maybe a year and a half after I started, and I was like, wow, maybe I should make sure this is okay because I talk about being a teacher. And just at that time, we had 2 union reps coming in just to talk and get members. And I said, I'm going to ask this guy. So I go up and I say, hey, listen, I do stand-up comedy. And they both went at the same time, oh, you're the one.
No way.
And I was like, oh, damn. Is that wrong? So I thought, he goes, no, it's okay. He says, we hear you're good. And he goes, I go, what are the boundaries? And he told me, don't mention kids' names, don't mention your superintendent. So I had to throw a whole bit out about that. And, but so I was like, damn, that was a good bit. But, so I kind of got the boundaries of what I could and couldn't do. But when I find out teachers are going to come to my show, I will usually tell them, this is not cute little teacher material. This is the 37-year-old teacher veteran who is from middle school, who is bitter and angry at the at the whole system.
Yeah.
So if you can enjoy that, come on down.
Just tell them, Ron White, Sam Kinison. If you like them too, come to my show.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So I mean, that's just kind of the biggest thing I've found about comedy, and I do tell young comics, is they know when you're lying. the audience knows when you're fake. Because when I first started clean. I did clean comedy. And I, believe it or not, I talked about pantyhose. Who the fuck wears pantyhose nowadays? But anyways, I talked about pantyhose. And I don't wear pantyhose. And you're looking at me, you know my lifestyle, you know that's not me. So I hated myself because I wasn't who I was. I didn't talk about my lifestyle. I didn't talk about anything. I made up bullcrap jokes. And then I came back and I thought, okay, I'm just going to be me. I don't care. I'm just going to be me. And when I started to just be me, I realized that the audience respects honesty and they know when you're
Yeah,
lying.
it's funnier too.
So don't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just go be you, because if you're funny off
makes
stage, you're
life
going to be funny on stage. People will be drawn to that. So we all have a gift as comedians. And if you don't use that gift in a positive way, it's kind of like slapping whatever you believe in up there in the face. Because right now, more than anything in our world, we're angry at each other and we're hateful to each other. And it doesn't matter whether you're gay, straight, Republican, Democrat, black, white, I don't care. You can sit in the same room and laugh at the same jokes. Then you could take
You're
that
right.
positive energy and bring it out there and learn to get along out there. Because that's God's
You are
greatest
so
challenge to us,
professional.
is how to get along. And it was my wife who got me back into it, because I'd walked
Wow.
away for a bit. And then after COVID, she said, the world is an angry place and you're a funny person and you need to go spread light, love, and laughter around the world. Go be you. I'm good. I'm here. I support you 100%. Go be you and make some people laugh. Because
See,
the
that
world
makes
is
a
angry.
difference. You got a partner who does that. You know what I mean?
Yes, and God bless her for that, because I was done. I wasn't really I didn't really want to go back out. It was, and even sometimes I get a little feeling of, when I'm on stage, that it's not, some days it comes easy on stage and some days you got to work for it.
Right.
So,
So
Right.
how did Open Bar find you then? And do the special.
Open
with
Bar
you?
is run by a great comedian, Ron Feingold, and he is fantastic.
He's a good
yeah.
comedian.
And he's a good guy. And there's, in every profession, you're going to get good people and bad people. And he's a good one. And he started the Open Bar Comedy and asked us, hey, come on out to Sarasota, McCurdy's, we'll tape it. And I was like, sure, why not? It's fun. And it's, it seemed to be, boosting social media. Everything seems to be going great. Now we have the women of Open Bar Comedy that are doing well. Carolyn Picard, Janet Williams, Helen Keeney, everybody, so if you're not onto that, get a subscription and join in.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I wish I lived in Florida now. I could hook up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
All the reels, the reels that you see, I mean, they put that out. I'm so, like I said, I'm lazy and I don't know how to do that. So anything you see, I did not put out there. So I'm grateful for them. I'm like, oh, okay, thanks for doing that.
It's awesome. It's
So
awesome.
that was like your first special then, after all these years.
Yeah, they have they tape like a half-hour special for you, and then they'll let you know when it starts to come out. And then they put on YouTube. Mine, I think mine comes out in April. It's called It's Not a Mullet. Because it's not a mullet. I tell people I'm going for the Full House John Stamos with a touch of Flock of Seagulls look. Or
Hey, Bear.
Patrick Swayze.
There
Patrick
you go.
Swayze in Roadhouse. I'm going for that too with this little thing right here.
Sure.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that.
absolutely.
I mean, I tell people, I may be a lesbian, but I would have fucked me some Patrick Swayze. I'll tell you that right now.
I think we all would have.
Hey, gay.
Yeah. He was a sexy guy. I don't care who you are. Sorry, George Clooney. Sorry, George Clooney. You're out.
Yeah.
I gotta
I'm
say,
sorry?
I said, did you ever travel outside of Florida? I mean, you go you ever make it up to Pittsburgh?
I'm
Because I'll
trying to-
bodyguard for you for nothing.
Oh, you're sweet. I'm trying to get more outside of Florida. It's a little difficult from time to time, but I am trying to get I think I'm trying to get to Virginia right now and maybe Boston. I used to travel when I first started. I went out to Vegas. I did Vegas a couple times, up to Foxwoods in Connecticut. I did that a couple times.
Good.
So
man.
I'm trying to get back into traveling a little bit more. So thank you for asking.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hey, Bear, have you ever been to Minnesota?
No, I have not been to Minnesota. And I got to tell you, I mean, this is one thing you guys are going to laugh at. I've never seen snow.
No way.
Well, that's believable if you've been in Florida the whole time. I mean, that's.
I've never seen snow. All
That's
I know
funny.
about snow, I know it's cold It's wet. You got to wear a lot of clothes, and I'm 59, and I got to pee too often for that shit. So
Oh
sorry.
yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
I would just go,
I have a Labradoodle. I have a Labradoodle that comes in and probably sheds about 2 pounds or gallons of water / snow a lot of times just when he comes in. It's crazy.
wow.
You got to come and check it out one time.
I don't know how you people just don't wear Depends for the entire winter.
Well,
See, I'm a
well,
man. I got a little bit easier than you do. I can just pee anywhere, but
Yeah. I'm a
well,
little
like,
jealous. I'm not gonna lie. I
like
mean,
with you living in Florida, I suppose you might not deal with snow, but you've had to deal with other natural disasters. How do you prepare for that?
we get drunk and get out of the way.
when they tell you to leave, you
Well,
leave.
There you go. We go, hey, that's gonna hit
are
us.
you
Let's get our
guys-
shit and get out of here. But Florida's good because
No,
we
well-
clean up really quick.
Oh, sure.
Like, I mean, all of a sudden it'll be
Yeah.
like we clean and we help each other out. It's we're when something like that happens, I mean, you bond together. You bond together.
Yes,
Sure.
I've been
Yeah.
through it.
Are you guys are you expecting a storm down there soon, Bear? Because my aunt lives in Tampa and I have a bunch of cousins that live in the Tampa area. And I thought my wife
No.
was talking to her the other day, and I thought she said that there was a storm coming.
There was one, but I think it's gone now. Like that last weekend, all we had rain, wind. It was kind of like it felt like a category 1 without them telling us, which is, hey, you might want to let us know. But as you can
Yeah.
see, my hair didn't move.
Not at all.
No.
Oh, that's
Yeah, so
crazy.
I think we're in the clear now because I think it's hurricane season's over, so I think we're good now.
Well, awesome. So, Bear, for anybody that wants to know more about you, and first of all, we appreciate having you on. Thank you for being a guest on the show.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
For anybody that wants to know more about you, how would they do that?
My Facebook is Bear Clark Webb. I have Instagram, Bear Clark Webb. YouTube, you can go on YouTube, see me, open bar, see me. I'm a little different in the fact that a lot of comics have their own comic page. On Facebook, I do not do that. I have my personal page is also my professional page. And the reason why I keep it that way is because if I'm going to invite you into my life, I want you to come into my life. You're going to see everything. You're going to see my dogs. You're going to see my beautiful wife. You're going to see when I go out drinking with my friends. If you want to be a part of it, and if that's not for you, I get it. But if you're going to be invited in, you're invited in.
Sure,
See what I'm saying?
sure,
Like,
sure.
Yeah, yeah.
that's how I am.
That's how we feel too.
Yeah.
Same
That's the way it
thing.
should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're all in this world together. So let's all if you're going to come,
I
if you want to be
love
a part of my family, you're a part of my family. So
That's right.
You're a part of our
that's right.
family now.
Yeah.
Oh, I
forever
love
and
that.
ever.
Thank you. This has
Well,
been a
we love
Like it or
blast.
not.
If you
Anytime,
Oh,
ever-
I love it.
anytime you want to promote anything, you could just get a hold of Sean and come on
Yeah.
anytime you want. We'll push it.
And
You know?
Yeah, I
we're
appreciate
always looking. We're always looking for new crew members too, because you just never know. When
Yeah.
we might need somebody to be an addition.
Well, I
if you ever-
appreciate that.
If you ever have time, which you probably don't, but if you ever do, let me know.
Right now, I do. Right now, I teach school, and then I go to the YMCA, and I teach 2 hours special needs there, and then I'm doing the comedy thing. So I'm a little busy, but I do find time to drink.
Oh yeah. Well, we appreciate you, Bear. Thanks for being a part of the show.
Thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. You popped my cherry. Yay!
Love you.
All right, we'll see you. Bye.
I feel honored. I feel honored.
I know, right?
You
Now
come
go
on
smoke
our
your
show
cigar.
first.
All right.
Thank you guys so much. I
Bye.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. There you go, guys.
She
Bear
is
Clark Webb.
awesome.
Yeah.
And did you guys see that one special she did? I wanted to bring it up, but it was freaking hilarious. She's pretending to wrestle her way into a sports bra.
Yeah, you
have,
showed me that one.
you have to watch this one because it is, oh God.
That's funny.
Thought I was going to bring it up, but then I thought I'm not wearing Depends, so maybe I shouldn't. Because if she actually did it on our show, I probably would pee myself.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know, your brother just kind of disappeared, but
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. He
or
probably,
maybe
probably lost his battery or something.
yeah, who
Here he
knows?
comes.
But he's coming back in though. But what do you guys think though? Pretty cool for a season finale? For a season finale,
Yeah.
guys?
It was awesome.
Yeah, welcome back,
Definitely.
Bad Duck. Yeah,
Is she off?
So what do you
we're already done with
what are you
her
guys
already.
all doing for Christmas? How many Christmases are you having? What are you guys all doing?
I'm just having
I
one with
don't
my
even like
family.
one.
I'm just having one with my family on Monday, and that's probably about it. You know, because
We all get together for
Oh.
Christmas Eve. We do the Feast of the Seven Fishes.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So we eat for 4 hours, right, John?
Well, not anymore. I don't do Christmas with them anymore.
Why
Well,
don't you guys coming up?
No, matter of fact, I got my family's gonna be here, my kids, you know what I mean?
Coming, there'll be more food for me than you fat.
No,
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 my
no, no,
grand-
just pack it in dry ice and send it up here.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
My
that's
grandson, my kids, and you ready for this one? My ex-wife is gonna be with us to spend Christmas.
Right. Wow.
But my grandson said, because my daughter's my first wife,
You mean your ex-husband?
very nice.
Oh,
But,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But I got lost my thought.
You're talking about your grandson and his
Yeah, my
grandma.
grandson, that's his grandmother too, and he wouldn't have it any other way. He said he wanted his both grandmothers there, and my wife gets along with her. We all get along, and I think it's going to be a nice Christmas. I mean,
That's good.
because she just lost her mom and dad, just recently, and so she'll spend Christmas with us and that to be on my best behavior.
Happened to me.
Huh?
This
We do
my rabbit chewed through the wires while we were on,
oh boy.
and that's why my phone blacked out.
Oh. Wow.
Whoa.
Through the steel cable and everything. She's chewing on it while I'm sitting there, and everything went black. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
A
No, I was
rabbit?
done. That's what I'm doing this year.
I
So
mean,
it should be fun.
you.
Wow. That's something.
You know what? We do I think we're doing 4 Christmases this year, honey. 4. One of them involves her ex-husband. My wife and I have been together for over 30 years. We've been married for 20 plus, but her ex-husband's a great guy. They had a son together who I consider mine because we've been together since he was in like kindergarten, first grade, and he's 36 now and got a couple grandkids.
cool.
But he comes up, he got remarried and had boys, and we'll do one Christmas with them. He'll come and he'll drive. He lives in Fargo now. He moved from California to watch his kid come up and play hockey up here. But he'll come and stay here and watch our animals while we're on vacation, and so we do a Christmas with them. But yeah, we got like 4 of them going on. My sister, I haven't seen my sister since the Daytona 500 a couple of years ago. And so she's going to be up for a week, and I can't wait. I mean, I'm thinking about taking the whole freaking next week off from work. I can if I want, and just hang out and drink. We made a couple gallons of homemade Kahlua the other night. I made 10 pounds of homemade jerky. We might just do Christmas and get drunk and eat.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about, right?
A couple comments on here. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Pamela, I guess that's your sister, Slauson.
That's my
I don't
mom.
know if you're on now. I
That's
said yes,
about
and then Pamela Slauson also. Ella is a busy girl.
Oh,
You know what that means?
yeah, that's my niece. So
Okay.
Pam is my mother.
Oh, is that your mom?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
hi,
my
Mom's watching.
Mom!
And then John Lenhart, John Wayne says, let's just go to Little Bobby's bar.
Yeah, there you go.
And
There
then
you
Darren
go.
Foss said, John Wayne, I'm ready. Everyone's ready to go to Bobby's bar.
Oh yeah, everybody knows
Come on.
Bobby's
I'm
bar.
there.
No,
So
you're
Hey,
not.
Bobby.
Nowhere.
Bobby,
you-
I'm going to surprise you one day, and me and Johnny's going to pop in, and I'm going to have my blues outfit on and bring the saxophone. I can't play, but I'm just going to bring it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do something. I don't know.
But
We'll hook you up. We'll just turn
yeah.
it down.
Mama T, what are you and Bobby doing for Christmas? Are you guys doing anything special at all, or?
No, we might get to spend some time alone together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, he's been so busy on being on the road and stuff, doing gigs and everything. So, yeah.
yeah, and he's been spending time in the studio, giving people studio time, and
And you're not very busy though, are you, Mama T?
Oh, oh, you guys are so
Well, I'm
funny.
going to tell you something, John. Hey, John, you're the guy I really
Yeah.
want to meet. You seem like a pretty interesting guy, and I enjoy listening to you. You got that voice for radio because your face obviously shouldn't be on TV. But no, I'm just
Thank you very much.
no, but I'm just saying no, but I'm just saying
that is
you're really interesting when you ask questions and stuff. You're on the money. I can tell you're a professional, and that's what I want to learn. I always jump in, I butt in, I feel so bad, you know. You're
That's why I
awesome,
was
man.
trying to
I
tell you,
appreciate
it's
that.
like, we gotta
Yeah.
not jump into everybody's conversation, but
I-
we do it
I-
anyway.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't think I talk very much because you guys are so interesting. Doing what I do for as long as I have, I still soak and leech and absorb everything I can from everybody that I talk with, because that's just stuff that you can incorporate if you want to say it that way, or use it. But I'm not. My wife would probably tell you different. I'm not a very good listener. I mean, I'm really not. I tend to talk a lot, but with you guys, it's pretty interesting to just kind of kick back and listen, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And yeah, all those
Sure.
years of radio, and now, if you saw my studio now, I mean, we have cameras everywhere and monitors and lights, and it's crazy. You have to have fans on because you sweat like a horrid church in that place. And I don't like it. I put the microphone right in front of my face. If you ever watch my podcasts, I'm like this. I do not like to show my face.
Oh,
I was in radio for a reason, you know. Thank God I had it to fall back on when my modeling career ended, right?
yeah,
Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying. You
I'll
got
get a hold of you after my
radio.
podcast then.
Hey, John, give us a little sample what you do. Like a car racing voice or something. Like, let's hear something you do real
Yeah,
quick.
he's going down the ice. He's passed the puck. He shoots. He scores.
Oh. Okay. Coming out of turn 4, 3 wide. Here they come. I mean, here's how they asked me to do it. My wife is downstairs freaking on me. Here's the deal. There's certain nights of racing. There was a big event last year. I think it was 36 races that night.
Wow.
Hockey can be the same way. How I look at it is how bad does my throat hurt at the end of the night will usually tell you how good the racing was, or the hockey was, or the whatever I'm calling. I live it. I mean, I'm not going to be the monotone dude. You know, I live it, and I try to put myself. I raced cars, I raced automobiles.
Did you ever hear
What's
of
that?
Mike Lang, the Penguins announcer? He's retired this
Oh
year. His
yeah,
name-
oh yeah.
That's what I said. You should get
I'm
a kid
big
up like that.
hockey.
Well, I was
You
gonna
know,
say,
we
Sorry, go ahead.
have if you know anything about hockey up here, we have the University of North Dakota Fighting Hawks, University of North Dakota Fighting Sioux. Their arena is $150 million palace.
Wow.
These boys, these guys, they live. You can live in the rink. They've got hydro chambers. They've got all of these educational pods, cooks on hand 24 hours a day. They can live there. These guys are treated like professionals. And I got talked to about being possibly their announcer, their radio guy, and then you're part of the team. But hell, I'm going to be 60 in a year. That's the last thing I want to do is go fly all over the frickin' country, you know, all winter long, even though they have a charter.
Right.
You know, that you don't have to deal with airports and all
Nah,
that
you
shit.
gotta
It's the
do it,
creme de la
man. Don't
creme of
regret
hockey jobs.
You got to do it, man. You ain't gonna regret that.
Real quick, Darren Foss.
I've
So
yeah,
the
man,
Dustin
I've been doing this for way too long. I like doing this stuff. If I was
Yeah.
doing that, I wouldn't be able to do this stuff.
that's
Right.
right, that's right.
Hey, Darren Foss. You ever hear? You know Darren
Oh,
Foss?
yeah, I know.
He said Dustin Strand is married
Yep,
to my.
yep.
He races Grand Forks.
Yep.
You know him?
Well, tell him Dustin Strand will be on Dirty Thursday this Thursday. He'll be on my show called Dirty Thursday. And don't get the wrong idea, Mama T. It's about dirt track racing.
Why you call me out?
Well, you have, who
Oh,
knows,
it was easiest. But
Yeah.
yeah, Dustin Strand's going to be on my show on Thursday.
Ain't that
Okay.
cool?
So
This guy,
he's
Darren
actually,
just said that. Darren
Yeah.
just mentioned him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, he's our reigning track champion, and I'm doing a series on track champions right now, and he's a great guy. He's been on my show numerous times, but he's always funny. In fact, I had a picture of him. The thing is, when you get to know these guys, you get to know their spouses, and so I will contact them and say, I want a compromising, embarrassing picture. We're doing a show with him live in the studio, and I show a picture of him in his tighty whities, just coming in from the camper, fixing the frickin' overhang in a rainstorm. It was like a monsoon, and he's in his whitey tighties. Play that shit on the air. Oh, it's hilarious. But yeah, he's a great guy. He builds race cars for a living. He's got a great family. He's got like 19 kids. I'm looking forward to it. He's a great guy. So tell
That's
Mr.
awesome.
Foss to tune in on Thursday.
Tune in on
Absolutely.
Thursday, Mr. Foss. You just told him.
I was gonna say, just so you guys are aware that I am starting to put our podcast, our audio of the podcast, because that's the nice thing about Zoom. But it lets me do the video and the audio. It sends me both files for every episode that we do. And so I'm going to be uploading more episodes of our audio podcast on Spotify and Amazon Music and whatever other platforms there are. I found a website that can do all that stuff, so
That's
just
cool.
to let you know. So probably by the time Christmas break is over, maybe all the episodes will be on there. For the YouTube stuff, I'm going to be the reason why, if you're wondering why I haven't uploaded any of the newer episodes as of late, I wanted, since we're not going to do really anything for the Christmas break besides the stuff I'm going to talk to Screaming Sam about. I have one idea anyway, and it has to do with Bill. That we'll talk about later. But anyway, I'm going to, like, next week during Christmas break, for the 5 days in a row, we're gonna do like a little mini marathon of like Wednesday or Monday I'll upload episode 14, Wednesday episode 15, and then next Friday I'll upload episode 16. The two in the middle, Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to upload the it's kind of the precursor to what is now Renegade Radio. If you remember me talking about a show that I did with a friend of mine from Roseau earlier this summer that I have never uploaded online, at least not to YouTube anyway. It's just a couple of shows that we did, which I thought we were going to do a lot more, but then he kind of just disappeared and never told me why. But I'm going to upload them anyway, because I got them all on the Zoom, all on my folders on my computer.
I'm not blowing kisses
So-
at you. I'm blowing kisses at Johnny.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
I'm just laughing.
Anyway, so that's what the plan is, because I want you guys to
perfect.
kind of get an idea of just kind of what could have been to what is now. And I'm very happy that I waited, and maybe it's just fate, I don't know. Maybe it's just good things do happen to those who wait, because who knows what would have turned out with Ryan, I don't know, because he didn't seem to know much about technology or pop culture or any fucking thing. So that would have been a big education on his point, but it probably would have been a lot more work for me. At least you guys have an understanding of what pop culture is all about, and that's why I invited you on the show. That's why when I thought about who could I ask and who could I to do all this stuff, I wanted people that had a following of their own, or at least have some of a following to bring our worlds together and see what we can do. I didn't want the show to be just about me. I could have called it the Frankie Slauson Show, and I was going to, but then I decided with Sam being a part of it in the original a few episodes, let's just call it something else and call it Renegade Radio. Because why not be a bunch of fucking renegades that don't give a shit? We can just have fun and be ourselves, and kind of what Barrett's talking about, just be us. We don't have a script. You're a renegade. You're a renegade, Maddie Dunn. You know you are.
4 men and a woman.
That's right. Well, we had to have a woman. I mean, there'd be too much of a sausage fest if that was.
Mama
the case.
T's the best, man. She does her homework.
Oh, absolutely. I was impressed with her the first day, There's a
I
reason why
wasn't.
Bob got a hold of me. I'm glad that we did this. So,
I want to
okay,
meet
whatever, but
down here.
yeah.
I want to
yeah.
meet John. That's who I want to meet. I want to hang out at his place. I want to shoot moose. I want to eat beer balls. I want to
Beer
drink
balls.
blood. I want to drive a fucking monster truck somewhere. I want to
Oh,
be in
that's
a
coming
4-foot snowdrift.
Hey, John Wayne said
Hey,
you're
Mad Dog.
hot. Mama T.
Hey,
Mama
Mad Dog.
T.
Yeah.
John Wayne said you're hot. He said
Yeah, I
she's
know.
hot, so I guess you,
I
yeah.
mean, thanks.
He
Oh,
says, I'm going to wrestle me an engine and kiss me a pretty woman. Ha ha ha.
Wow.
Mad Dog.
Yes.
did you know that deer meat is like they make these balls out of it? You know why they're so cheap, or do you know how much they are? How cheap they are?
How cheap or what? Beer balls.
Yeah.
Why?
Beer balls.
Why? Yeah, I didn't hear you.
They're all
They're under $1.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Hardest part about, hey, you know what the hardest part about eating mothballs? Trying to get their little legs open.
Little legs apart.
Yeah, Vicky.
You ever eat rabbit?
Yes.
Didn't it hurt when the little legs beat you in the face?
So did you hear about the rabbit and the bear taking a shit in the woods? The bear said, "Hey, Mr. Rabbit, when you shit, does the shit stick to your fur?" He goes, "No." He goes, "Good."
Wow.
All right, let's move on. I'm sorry. I'm getting out of
Uncensored
hand.
comedy
Hey,
here.
we have to end with jokes. I mean,
Well, let me ask you what you guys. Okay, we know what you guys do for Christmas. What's your plan for New Year's, and what do you guys used to do for New Year's? Let's do
Stay
that real
home.
quick. Stay home.
Stay
okay.
home.
Party pooper.
We used to,
Yeah.
no. When our
used
aunt was
to.
alive, when our
We used
aunt
to have
Annie
a
was
big
alive,
party.
we used to have big parties whenever my aunt was alive. And so when our parents died and they died, I've been doing this by myself for years.
Okay. I mean, because it takes me back to the days of like watching HBO, and they used to have the stand-up comedy
Fucking
specials
rabbit.
on it for New Year's. Anyway, I remember. But John Roberts, go ahead.
Here,
What do you got for New Year's?
we're gonna have a bunch of nieces and nephews and kids and people here. Kind of a leftover Christmas. That'll be our 4th Christmas, I think, is New Year's Day or the day before New Year's Eve. But anyway, out where we live, we've been remodeling our house and we have acres of trees and all this. So I have a big burn pile that we build up every year. And my nephew has an actual flamethrower. I mean, you go through a gallon of unleaded gasoline in about 35 seconds with this thing. And we can light this burn pile from about 40 feet away. And we do that on New Year's Eve night. I already started making roads out there in the snow with making a path, but and that's what we do. I'd rather not go into town. Our cops in this town are freaking corrupt and they suck. So I'd rather stay home and let other people deal with driving out to my house and going home.
That's what I call it, amateur night.
East End Fork.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Talk.
yep.
That's
Well, all of
crazy.
Polk County. Polk County is ridiculous. Corrupt.
Well, it's no
I
different than
do
Rosa
have-
County.
We do have
Telling
some
me you
big
need to be
plans over
careful.
here. New Year's, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah. What's the bar doing it all? That's kind of.
Well, we've got a nonprofit that actually supports the Veterans Honor Flight, and they're doing trivia here from 5 until 8. And then at 8 o'clock, we've got the Honky Tonk Troubadours playing us out to the end of the year.
Okay.
Oh, that's
All right.
cool.
Yeah, we got. You'll see it on you'll see it on the bar page and on my page and on the Little Bobby Buzz page.
Oh yeah.
Have you met the guy from the Honor Flight? Have you met him? Is it Don? Is it Don Roberts?
The Rose Girl. I work. We're working together with Angela, the Rose Girl. And
Okay.
that's the host of the trivia is Mikey.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the charity she picked then was the Honor Flight. Okay. Because I know the guy that puts together the Honor Flight every year. Don Roberts is his name. And
Okay.
he
No relation
coordinates
to
it
you,
all
Nick.
and puts it all together. Yeah, he used to own the bar in Reynolds.
Oh,
Oh, yeah? Yeah,
interesting.
Angela's been here a few times and, you know, she does so much for the vets. She's gonna be in the next issue of the Buzz here, cause, well,
Yeah.
I've been having technical difficulties,
she
so
is.
it's not out yet, but yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah,
Johnny's
I
gonna
know
ask.
she is. I've known her for a long time.
Well, that's awesome. Well, guys and gals, I what can I say? You know, season 1 is pretty much in the can, and I want to thank you guys, especially. You know, I thank the audience for watching, but I really want to thank all of you guys personally, just because you've stuck with me through the thick and thin. You haven't been on every episode, but you've been to some of the most important ones. You know, so I mean. What's your thoughts now, since you've been a part of this series for a little bit, going into it, compared to when you first started, compared to what you feel now? And go ahead, I'll let John Roberts go ahead first. I want to know your feelings about how you felt when you first started to how you feel now, and how you feel where we're gonna go.
Well, it gets easier every night, you know, the more I get to know you guys. But it's also I've been lucky. Now like the next couple weeks, obviously I know for sure next week and the week after, it's going to be very tough for me. I probably won't be around. And then like if we ever have to do anything on a Tuesday, Thursday, or possibly Friday, Saturday, I'm you know, the rest of the winter I do hockey games and things like that. So I'm having fun. I know we're taking next week off. The week after that might be iffy, but I plan on doing it as much as I can. There's just some times I can't. I mean, and that's because of either family or business, you know. But no, I'm having fun. The more I get to know you guys, and the more I'm getting used to this whole Zoom thing. I don't do a lot of this. I had a hard time with the waiting and not stepping on each other, and I'm having fun. I would really like to meet you guys in person one day. Well, meet you
January-
anyway. I know you guys.
January the 8th will be when we're coming back. So you'll have a 3-week
Okay.
break pretty much. So it'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll be
Then,
doing
then
it
I'm
since
good. Yeah.
Elvis's birthday will be the day we come back. So we're gonna try to find an Elvis tribute. I know you got Sean Wallen. I might have 2 other guests as a backup if you can't find, if Sean doesn't work, or if he
Okay.
does work, because I want to make season 2 as big as we can. You know, because it's a new season, it's a new
Yeah,
start, new year. So that's why I have a backup plan just in case. But
I believe.
Oh,
I
no,
believe. Good.
I'm
I'm
looking
sorry. I'm
forward
sorry.
to it.
Good. Finish everybody
yeah,
talking. Then.
finish what you were gonna say, John Roberts. Are you?
Good, John. I'm sorry.
I'm looking forward to the next year.
Okay.
I'm doing more and more, you know, now that when you guys, I'm getting to know you a little more, it doesn't take that long, even if you don't know anything about the guests. Like today, I mean, I'll admit I didn't know a lot about Bear, but once I found out she was on, it didn't take long to find out. It's
She was
just
awesome.
like prepping for my show every single day. I don't hardly prep for it till about 2 hours, 3 hours before the show. You know, so unless it's something I already knew, but no, I'm having fun. What?
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Mama T, what's your thoughts on where you
Well-
were in the beginning and where you feel now?
Well, I don't have to be drunk to do it anymore. And I've looked at some of the old shows and I'm like, God, I'm glad I got over that, because that was kind of a, but yeah,
Maybe
no,
how to get drunk.
I'm a lot more comfortable now. And, you know, with the stepping over each other, I think that's still something we're working on, but you know, we're getting better. And yeah, like John said, like every episode, it gets easier. It gets better.
Oh, absolutely. How about me, Bad Doug?
You know what? I love you guys. I do. And I want you to have my phone number. I want you to be able to call me and say, hey, you know what I mean? I'm the guy that steps over everybody, because this is something new for me. I've never been on a podcast. I never been on radio. I never did none of this shit. And I
Neither.
apologize, because I did it again tonight when I said I wasn't going to. but I have so many things on my mind and so many things I want to say. I can't wait for the next person to do it because I'll forget. I got 3 brain cells. One's dead and the other 2 hate each other. You know what I mean? And John, I really enjoy you, John Roberts. Also, God, I really do want to meet you. And like I said, Sean, my brother, me and my brother are so comfortable together. It don't matter. I can almost smell what he ate for dinner, and I live in Pittsburgh. But I'm so happy to
I
meet
didn't
you.
eat dinner.
I feel really comfortable now. Like I actually do research, and I'm the kind of guy. Here's what I got. I told Johnny when I bought this the other day, and I write a bunch of little notes down. If you can see them with the background, and then I can't remember shit. I can't remember your name. If you told John, I tried to do 4 promos and I could not remember your name, and your name is the same as my fucking brother, and I just couldn't do it. And I apologize. Now I won't. But I keep notes, and I'm doing my homework, and I'm having fun. I can't wait for Monday nights. I just wish, like you said, I don't want to step on nobody, but I want to ask questions, but I'm afraid to go ahead. It's like we need somebody to direct traffic. You know, maybe Sean, you could say, "All right, Tone, what do you think? Oh, Mama T, what do you think? John, what do you think? You know, John Roberts, what do you think?"
I'm trying to, but it just got too carried away, you know.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
can't get them
With-
organized.
She carried the show right away.
With me, I'm so used to doing all the talking all the time with everything I do that it's, to me, this is nice because I get to listen to you guys. You know, I'd rather be the guy ask me a question. I did an interview a couple weeks ago with a coach, and this is the first time this has ever happened. And I'd never interviewed this guy before. He was a hockey coach. And when it was all said and done, I said to him, "Is there anything we left out?" And he goes, "Yeah, I'd like to ask you a few questions." And I'm like, wow, I couldn't. And so this guy asked me, like, coldest rink you ever played in when you were a player, or best concession stands, which rink, and all of these. And I thought it was awesome because I always do all the talking. It's nice to do the listening once in a while.
Sure, it's nice when the
And my
guest is
wife will
actually.
say amen.
It's nice when the guest is interested in you as much as you are interested in the guest. I've had a
Right.
lot of luck with that too, and there's sometimes where there's people that just like to stick to the point, and they only care about this time because you're giving them a promotion, pretty much, you know, promoting whatever they got going on. But for me, I feel like, you know, we're kind of helping each other, even if you don't care about me the same way I care about you. But it's nice
And
when the guest
I want to
does.
say happy holidays to all you guys. And thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna be a
absolutely.
part for a long time.
Oh,
And like I
yeah.
said, my number's out there. If you want my number, call me anytime. You got just something to say hi or whatever.
All right,
Okay.
and last but certainly not least,
Badass.
Screaming Sam, I definitely want to hear your thoughts
Well,
because you've been with me
my
since the
thoughts are this.
beginning, so.
My thoughts are, I'm a little bit like John, okay? On my show, I was the host. So I was the guy that did all the talking. We did talk over each other, but when you're in one room with all the people, it's easier to talk over because it ain't like this. I mean, when someone talks over here, you get cut off. It shuts you down actually because you can't hear. And I think, I like Tony's suggestion. I think it's great. I mean, maybe Sean should say, "Mama T, you have any questions you want to talk?" I know it's hard, or Tony, you know what I mean, or whatever. It's hard because when something comes on your mind, I'm like my brother. I forget what the fuck I'm going to say, and I'm going to get out there and say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Blame that on the 80s.
so, yeah, it's different for me too to just like not be the head guy. And I enjoy it also. Sit back, you know. Sometimes
yeah,
I'm
John,
quiet.
you gotta quit masturbating while you're on it. We can see your hand and your facial motion. You're like,
But anyway,
Yeah, then don't smell your fingers after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is
when
that why
Sean,
he's
when
that white
Sean
little naps everywhere?
okay, it's about me now, bitch.
I'm sorry.
Whenever Sean asked me to do the show, I've been wanting to do my own show. I've been trying to get somebody to help me do my own show again. And, you know, that's what I wanted to do again. But when Sean asked me, I figured, you know what? You know, he come up with this name, Renegade Radio, which I thought was great. And from what some people tell me, they love the name. they love what we do, but some people say, no, it's a little bit boring here and there, but because they're used to like I don't know, my people on my show used to watch my show. It's different because we did stuff that everybody wants to see and hear, which we can't do on this because of Facebook and stuff. And I try to spice up a little bit, but it's hard. But like Sean said, most of the listeners are his people, and I don't understand that because my brother and I in Pittsburgh are pretty well known.
I can't get no one to come on.
I can't get no one to come on our show. I don't know what it is. I can't get no one to come on the show because my show we had thousand whatever or more people on it. You know what I'm saying?
It's because you have naked girls. That's the only reason.
So what? I mean, but still, I'm just saying. I wish my people would come join us so we can get nice crowd. But I think a lot of people I'll go to work and a lot of people tell me that they watched our show after the fact because they can still go on my timeline and see it, right, Sean?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
And they do watch it after the fact. A lot of people can't make it Mondays. So yeah, I think we should have if anything, I think before we do our next show, we should have another meeting so we could go over some other stuff again because it seems like our meeting just went away anyway. Because I'm going to be honest with you, Sean, last week after the show, that was it. You were gone instead of like maybe mention about this week and saying goodbye.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought I said goodbye.
No, you cut us all off.
You cut us all off. It's like,
okay,
I mean,
okay,
that's up to you. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But people do ask me, why do your show just cuts off like that? You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's like, yeah.
I guess I didn't realize that, and I watch back the replay. More likely, I watch it after it's done recording and everything. But I'm just like,
well, I think after our show, the customer should leave us, and then we should do like we're doing tonight. This was fun.
Yeah.
We're finding out how we like the show, talk about it a little bit. We don't have to do that. We don't have to do that every show, but maybe mention what's going on and you know what I mean? Just
yeah. Well, I mean, it's a learning thing. I mean, that's
yeah, I know.
I think it's because when I say that when I have my hand up or whatever, I don't think anybody's really paying attention. Like, I don't want to be like that person that's like yelling at everybody to get my point across, But it's like when I say that I think we've done what we need to do today, and then we're all ready to go, and we said our goodbyes, and I assume that it's all right to close the show because how I have it on my end. I mean, I wish somebody else could close the show. It would be nice if we had a way to do that, but unfortunately, since I'm the host.
What's so hard about pushing a button? We just
No. What I'm saying is, I'm the host of the Zoom conference. All right, we'll see you later, John. Merry Christmas. Is that what?
No.
Oh, I see.
It's like,
no, don't feel
listen,
bad
I ain't down in our show. I love this show. I really do, or else I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do it if I didn't like it. But if you want, I know Sean is pushing toward more professionalism, and it's hard because if you watch that Pauly Shore thing I was on, we all talked on each other too. That's just the way it is. But maybe if you want to do it different, Sean, like, what are your thoughts? Or
first of all, my thoughts are when we come back, especially, I want to make sure I'm working on getting my computer desk. So hopefully, when we come back, I'll have a desk, and so you don't have to look at this anymore. Because it is kind of. Well, I mean, it is kind of embarrassing, but I'm not really embarrassed. It's like, well, whatever.
Yeah, your left ball been hanging out, Sean.
Your ball's been hanging out. Every time you talk or sneeze, it goes
your
up
nuts are in outer space.
Oh yeah, because you can see that right here. It's like it's like
every time you cough or sneeze, it looks like
a lower unit.
Let me see you walk the dog.
Thanks for looking, I guess. Thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know, jeez.
Get a green screen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, when I get my desk and everything, then everything will be different. Because that's my goal. That's my next goal. I got everything at my house now, so
that'll be good.
I'm slowly unpacking everything, and this move took longer than I thought, and it should have been done around Thanksgiving. But it took over a month and a half. So. Anyway, I take that as constructive criticism, and you know what, I'll try my best to be a better closer. I'm probably a better opener than I am a closer anyway, because I hate saying goodbye, but goodbyes are just temporary goodbyes, they're not permanent, But anyway,
All right.
I think we should be good for now. I'm going to say that officially now that we've done everything we can do for this episode. I appreciate every single one of you. This has been a great 2023. An upside compared to the first half of the year for me, as you know about my story I told you before. I don't need to be a broken record, repeat myself. The second half has been better than the first half. And now that I'm in Brooks and living my best life here, and being free from everything and being close to the casino and my job and all that stuff, 2024 is going to be one of the best years, and I can just taste it, how good it's going to be. It's like a
That's
buffet,
great.
big
That's
buffet
great.
right in front of me. So that's all thanks to you guys. And if you have any final things you want to say before we go,
I just don't want you to think I don't want you to think I'm criticizing our show. I love our show. I
Dude,
think we have a great name. I think our people are
All
great.
right, I want to go eat my dinner.
Yeah, let
Go ahead and eat. You can leave. You can leave.
Hey,
I always say before I leave, what's
I
you
want
gonna
to
do
say,
when the mad dog takes a bite out of you? Love you, everybody. Have a Merry Christmas.
oh,
All right. You have a good Christmas.
yeah, Merry
sir.
Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays. I'm old school. If you don't like it, fuck you. Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
That's right.
All right, everybody. See you next
Merry
year.
Christmas.
All right.
Talk
We'll see you
soon,
next-
guys.
We'll see you in 3 weeks for season 2 of Renegade Radio. Goodbye, everybody.
Awesome.
Great job. Fantastic.
See you guys.
Bye.